Hello everybody, this is Ruben Soriano from Digital Dive. Many people has been asking us how to mix Driveable cars basic pack with Advanced Locomotion System. Even though you can take some clues from the basic pack migration tutorial, this is going to be more specific for ALS, so let's go for it. So I have both projects open, and I will start by migrating Driveable cars basic content to ALS. And after migrating Driveable cars content, I will also export my configuration files. Most important of all is going to be my input file. And I will also need physics file. Once I have exported both configuration files, I can go straight to ALS and I will need to mix ALS input file with Driveable cars input file, and an easy way to do it is exporting both INI files and mixing them with the Notepad application. I will open both input INI files, Driveable cars one on my left side of the screen and ALS on my right side of the screen. I will scroll down to action mappings and axis mappings, and I will also separate them to make things easier for me. And remember, ALS input file, D-cars input file. I will copy from my D-cars input file all action mappings and paste them below ALS action mappings. And I will do the same with axis mappings. Once I have done it, I can close D-cars input file with no need to save anything. And what I do have to save is ALS input file. This is very important to be saved. Now I can come back to ALS project, and in the input file I will now check all my mappings. And be careful with this, because sometimes you can import ALS input file. Remember, sometimes you import your file and nothing happens. When this happens, you will need to restart your engine. So let's also import our our physics file, and if everything works well, you will see here a soft surface type. Let's see if it happens. And as you can see, this surface type, this soft surface type, doesn't appear here. So let's restart our project. And now you will see that physics already has this surface type, so you needed to restart the engine for this feature to be updated. But in the input file it hasn't updated. But now if you re-import after restarting your engine, if you re-import your input file, you will see that it does update its content. So be careful with this step, and be sure you restart your engine after importing your physics file. Now we can already go to our blueprint section and let's go to BP base car, and inside BP base car we will move to this function check chart on door area, and we will just skip all this section. So you can just delete it and connect this to this. We will compile, we will save, and we will drag any one of our cars to the scene. And last step to make it work would be just configure vault settings. As you can see, we have here our ALS game mode with their default mannequin character. We only need this mannequin character, this mannequin pawn from ALS system. So to make it work, we will use our DC game mode, which will change the default pawn class. If we use ALS mannequin character with the rest of settings from DC game mode and DC player controller, which is included on DC game mode, if we click to play, everything should be working now. So you may have noticed that the car has no friction with the ground. This is because the ground is not using now any physical material, which we will assign easily by selecting this actor, pressing F4, and assigning any physical material like asphalt. If we do so, now the ground will have friction with the car. So now there is one last thing that you may have noticed as well, and this is that ALS character and our driver are different meshes. They of course are based on Unreal's mannequin, but they are different meshes, and if you are using your own project you will probably have your own mesh. So let's see how you can change driver's mesh all along. So let's select this blueprint and let's go to BP base car, and in BP base car you will see that what we have here is just a skeletal mesh reference to our SK mannequin, which is on our Driveable cars folder. So if what we want to use is ALS mannequin or your own mannequin, you should go to its location. As you can see, it's just a blueprint referencing to another skeletal mesh. In this case, if we search it, we will see that it's placed in another location. To differentiate it from ours, we will just assign its beige material so we can easily identify them. Let's go now to our base car, and we will just change our mannequin for ALS mannequins. And once you do this, you will see that animations are lost. So let's go to Driveable Cars Basic, Mannequin and Third Person Animation Blueprint, and let's right click on it and retarget Anim Blueprint. Duplicate Anim Blueprint and retarget, and if everything's set correctly, you will find here ALS Mannequin Skeleton. If ALS Mannequin Skeleton doesn't appear here, just be sure that our mannequin on skeleton has the humanoid rig. If it has the humanoid rig, retarget manager should work perfectly. So let's go back again to animations and third person animation blueprint driving. Right click on it, retarget anim blueprints, duplicate anim blueprints, select ALS mannequin skeleton and just retarget. If we do this, we will find this animation blueprint and this new animation asset here. You will also notice that legs are not as they should be. This is because ALS mannequin is using this post-process animation stuff. If you disable it here, you will see this animation working properly. So let's save it and let's move it where it should be. Let's go to animation, Advanced Locomotion System and animations, move here. I will just place them here so I can easily find them. And I am going to rename this ALS I will go back to my base car. Now I will select the driver and I will assign ALS drive to it. And you may notice that nothing is happening. If this occurs, you can compile, save, whatever, but probably you will need to close and reopen your car blueprint. Now you will see that hands have changed. I will also select the mesh again and I will disable post-process blueprint, file, close, and if I open it again, now it's saved. This is a strange issue going on with these blueprints, but as you can see, if you close and reopen it, it just gets fixed. Now everything should be working properly, but you can also see that your car's asset hasn't been updated. So if this occurs, just erase it, redrag it again, and now everything should be working correctly. And move with the steering wheel. And everything is working properly. I hope you like the tutorial. We will soon publish a new tutorial focused on Driveable Cars Advanced Pack and Advanced Locomotion System. So this is it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it and thanks for watching. Remember to rate our videos and subscribe for more.